Imagine this: you walk into a room full of people, and in just a few seconds, you've got their full attention. You're speaking, and everyone is hanging on your every word. Sounds like magic, right? But it's not. It's something anyone can learn with the right techniques. Did you know that public speaking is one of the biggest fears in the world? Over 75% of people are afraid to speak in front of others. But here's the kicker: great public speaking isn't about being born with a talent, it's about mastering simple skills and strategies. In fact, 70% of what makes someone a great speaker is body language, tone, and delivery, not what they actually say. That means anyone can learn how to be a powerful speaker, regardless of their starting point. In this video, you'll discover tips that aren't commonly talked about. You'll learn how to connect with your audience instantly, use pauses to your advantage, and become so engaging that people will hang on to your every word. Ready to unlock the secrets that the best speakers use to captivate their audience? Let's dive in. Chapter 1: When you step in front of an audience, the most powerful tool you have is your charisma. Charisma isn't something you're born with, it's a skill you can develop. A study by Harvard found that 55% of your influence in communication comes from body language, 38% from tone of voice, and just 7% from the words you say. So, the way you carry yourself speaks volumes. Stand tall, keep your shoulders back, and smile genuinely. The more open and confident your body language is, the more your audience will trust you. It's not about pretending to be something you're not, it's about amplifying your natural energy and allowing yourself to shine. In fact, renowned speaker Tony Robbins says, "The way you feel is the way you'll communicate." If you're feeling energized and positive, your audience will feel it too. To unlock your charisma, make eye contact with people. The best speakers are the ones who can look their audience in the eye and make each person feel like they're speaking directly to them. This builds a connection that goes beyond words. Also, try to keep your movements fluid, avoid stiff gestures. A relaxed speaker is more relatable. Try practicing in front of a mirror, watching your posture and gestures. You'll quickly notice where you can loosen up. Chapter 2: One of the most effective ways to capture attention is through storytelling. But here's the trick: keep it short and impactful. A good story is memorable, but a short story is unforgettable. Studies show that stories are 22 times more likely to be remembered than facts alone. Your brain lights up when it hears a story. It creates connections and engages emotions in a way facts cannot. Use this to your advantage by focusing on quick, sharp stories that highlight the key message you want to get across. For example, if you're giving a speech about overcoming adversity, instead of talking about it in abstract terms, tell a brief story about someone who faced a challenge and conquered it. Make sure the story is simple, relatable, and to the point. The secret to micro-storytelling is to build just enough tension or emotion that leaves your audience eager for your next point. Take a cue from Steve Jobs, who often used small, simple stories to convey powerful ideas. Remember, the shorter, the better. Chapter 3: It might sound counterintuitive, but silence is one of your most powerful speaking tools. We live in a world where everyone is constantly talking, so when you use a pause, it grabs attention. A well-timed silence allows your audience to digest your point and gives them time to reflect. It also adds weight to what you're saying, making your message more impactful. In fact, studies show that pauses in speech make the speaker appear more confident and credible. Think of how successful public figures like Martin Luther King Jr. used pauses in his speeches. His most iconic lines, like, "I have a dream," were followed by pauses that built anticipation. To use silence effectively, don't be afraid of a little quiet between your thoughts. Allow the room to sit with your words for a moment. This technique works wonders in keeping your audience engaged. Remember, you don't have to fill every moment with words. A pause, even just a few seconds, can speak louder than a paragraph of text. Chapter 4: Your voice isn't just for speaking, it's an instrument for influence. Changing your tone, tempo, and texture can transform how your message is received. Studies show that people are more likely to believe someone who speaks with varied pitch and pace, rather than a monotone delivery. The key is to mix things up, add some drama, then soften your voice when you need to emphasize a point. Tempo matters too. Speaking too fast can overwhelm listeners, while speaking too slowly can cause them to lose interest. The ideal pace is around 125,150 words per minute. In fact, a study from the University of California showed that people remember content better when it's delivered at a moderate pace. Another trick? Texture. Vary the depth and tone of your voice to emphasize key points. You don't need to sound like a movie narrator, but subtle changes in pitch can convey passion and urgency. Your voice should be as dynamic as your message. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips on becoming a powerful speaker. Chapter 5: Perfection isn't the goal, engagement is. One of the most powerful things you can do as a speaker is to embrace the imperfect moments. If you fumble a word or lose your train of thought, it's okay. A study by the University of Texas revealed that audiences are more likely to connect with a speaker who makes a mistake but handles it gracefully, compared to someone who never makes mistakes but feels distant. The key is to stay relaxed and recover quickly. Don't try to be a robot who never errs, instead, be human. People relate to mistakes, they make you seem more approachable. Try to laugh it off and keep going. This not only helps keep your audience's attention but also makes them more forgiving. Remember, people care more about the message you're delivering than the little hiccups along the way. As long as you're engaged with your audience, they'll forgive a slip-up. Chapter 6: To become a great speaker, you need to continually improve, and the best way to do that is through feedback. Ask for it after every speech or presentation. Feedback isn't just about criticism, it's about growth. A survey conducted by the National Speakers Association found that 70% of professional speakers said they owe much of their success to actively seeking feedback. Without feedback, you're essentially speaking in a vacuum. Don't just listen passively, take notes and reflect on them. Review your recordings, too. Seeing yourself in action can reveal things you may not notice in the moment. And remember, feedback should be actionable. If someone says you need to work on your pacing, don't just nod. Take the time to adjust and try again. Feedback doesn't have to be all positive, and it's okay to take the criticism. Each step you take makes you a better speaker. As the famous speaker Jim Rohn said, "Your life does not get better by chance, it gets better by change." Make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay updated with more speaking tips.